Are you going to stand right there?
Yep.
He does that all the time.
I guess. The St. Croix Crossing, Dan got there on Monday, Randy got there Wednesday. We don't do anything together as a quartet except sing, mostly. And so Jared and I actually were on the same plane, but we didn't sit together. So from the time I got off the plane, people were coming up saying, you know, we're rooting for you. Total strangers, not guys from LOL, and presumably, you know, they had their own quartets to root for, right? You know, so I didn't exactly understand, but it sure was a great feeling to know that we had, over the past 6 years of going and singing, had accumulated some fans. And then walking out on that stage was just amazing, because, well, the crowd responded just before we started singing, you know. It was wonderful. And I'm told that we're the only guys who got a standing ovation, and it's, you know, it wasn't a close, I mean, it was a close contest. It was 28 points or something separating first from fifth. So, you know, we didn't win by any huge margin or anything. So it's amazing that the crowd was that behind us. I felt like we could have had, I've said this before, a home field advantage, even though we weren't at home. It was like having the contest here. So the whole experience was just wonderful. What happens when you win is kind of turns into a blur. You know, your name, you sit through the announcements, and when they announce you as the first, you walk up there, and it's difficult to get up there on stage because people keep grabbing at you and want to shake your hand, you know. And so you get up there, and they give you they hang these around your neck and give you the trophy, and then there's photos, and then people are still dragging at you to go here and there, and because the AISQC, did I get the letters right?
AISQC, yeah.
Okay, so there's a reception that you got to go do photographs. Flow Voice, Amanda from Flow Voice did like a 10 or 15 minute interview of us, and then they said, well, and by the way, you got to sing on the show tonight, so pick one song, no talking. And so you have to decide that, and then you have to rush out, try to find a restaurant that doesn't have a huge line so you can get back and sing, and it's a blur. It really is. For those of you who were there, I don't know if you noticed or not, but there was a big 4-story metal tower on the grounds of the venue, and it's hollow. It's too late for you to do this now, but you can get inside, and it's a great place to sing. It's just this ginormous tower thing that it's open at the top, and it's just it's bizarre. I don't think very many people were actually inside it to sing, but it was a very cool place to sing. What else can I say? The kids were wonderful. Some very, very talented groups. Debbie Cleveland's group was there. They made it, then she got the Educator of the Year award from the society there. You look like you don't know who Debbie Cleveland is. She's a Sweet Adeline queen who sings with the Buzz. And let's see, and the Chandler, Arizona, I forget what her name is now. Yeah, Lori Lyford. She had 2 groups there again. So they were excellent as well. There was one really funny moment in Debbie's performance where all the girls, they did a 50s routine with the kids dressed up in 50s skirts, and the guys were wearing leather jackets, and at one point they were doing this parody, and they mentioned Sean Devine, and all the girls knew where he was in the auditorium, and they rushed to the edge of the stage right in front of him and swooned. It was wonderful. So it was a very entertaining performances. What else can I say about it?
So you talked a little bit about the preparation of the quartet prior to going to California. What was the thought process, being this was your 6th or 7th time to compete?
Yeah, well, you know, I tried to approach this as just another midwinter, you know, because I mean, you do this often enough, and it's kind of, you know, hopefully you can just look at it as a show. You know, it's a short show, but a show. So, because you can beat yourself if you're not careful. You know, if you make too big a deal about what this means, you can go out there and not do the plan. You know, for us, it was about just going out and performing and entertaining, which I think really helped us. In preparation,
What did you sing?
we sang "Smilin' Through" and "Auld Lang Syne." "Smilin' Through" was new for us at District. We've never done 2 ballads in a contest before in a row for a single set, but you know, I think we decided that that's the way you win contests, is by doing ballads, because that's what, you know, you have more consonant opportunities in a ballad than you do with, you know, people singing different vowels, and uptunes tend to be less homophonic. So so we just went out and did 2 ballads, and that's what it took, I guess.
Did you get any special coaching, and what did you guys do to try to like improve from last year, kind of stuff?
We have had some interesting coaching. We're seeing a non-barbershopper for musical things at the moment. He's a friend of Jared's, and I wish I could remember what his last name is. It's a hyphenated name. His first name is Roderick. So we've been seeing him off and on. Between District and Midwinter, we also saw Brent Graham twice. And once in person because he happened to be in town, and once via Skype. And he gave us some advice that hasn't fully taken a hold yet, but I'm sure improved our singing some, to the extent that people were able to remember to do it. You know, changes in singing technique, especially when you've had as long as all of us have, you know, to develop your technique. Changing that technique requires effort, and so making those changes to be automatic, you know, isn't necessarily the easiest thing to do. So we're looking forward to continuing to improve, and you know, God willing, we'll maybe win District next year.
So one more question. What is the future? What are you expected to do now that you're champions? I mean, you'll be appearing different places?
As far as I know, we will. Well, the idea is we'll go back and sing away our trophy next year, and also at some point at the International in Orlando, I guess we're going to be mic testers. So I don't have any idea about any of the details, what session that would be, or if we're expected to get there on our own nickel or not. But you know, so we may be going to 2 internationals this year instead of just 1. So other than that, I don't know if there's any other obligations that are expected of us.
Well, you're obligated to go to the meeting, ASQC meeting at midwinter next year.
Right,
year.
and we'll sing away our trophy and
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So, and they've given us our red shirts for the AISQC already, but one of them is too big. They gave us an extra large for Randy. I don't know what that's about. So, yep, he'd swim in that. It was double breasted for me. I thought maybe I could wear an extra large and he could have the large, but it wrapped around me 1.5 times or something. So I guess I'm not an extra large yet. Any questions?
You can wear the lunch shirt. They wouldn't know the difference probably, most of them.
Yeah.
And of course, he didn't have a lunch shirt, does he?
No, he doesn't.
Well, good. Thank you very much,
Yep.
Steve.
No question.